Rosie O'Donnell reveals her feud on The View was a planned setup, sparking new debate. Comedian Rosie O'Donnell has finally lifted the veil on the notorious 2007 confrontation she had with fellow The View co-host Elisabeth Hasselbeck, calling the clash a deliberate setup rather than a spontaneous disagreement. But here's where it gets controversial. Was the famous on-air blow-up really orchestrated behind the scenes? In a recent episode of the Ricki-Lee, Tim Joel podcast, O'Donnell, now 63, disclosed that a producer from The View was actively involved in staging the fight. She pointed to the use of a split screen during the episode as a clue, explaining that this technique indicated premeditation rather than an impromptu moment of tension. That whole segment felt like it was carefully planned, O'Donnell said. Our producer isn't the type to act spontaneously, especially not by pulling a split screen out of nowhere. It was designed so Elisabeth and I would be at odds. The argument unfolded on the May 23, 2007 episode, escalating from a political debate about American military involvement in Iraq into a heated personal battle. The two, who once shared a friendly rapport, ended up shouting at each other for nearly 10 minutes live on television. O'Donnell accused Hasselbeck of failing to defend her against accusations that opposing the Iraq War was unpatriotic, while Hasselbeck argued she was merely allowing Rosie to explain her position. The fallout was swift. On-air accusations turned into harsh labels, with each calling the other cowardly. Just 2 days later, ABC announced that O'Donnell had requested to leave the show. Reflecting on the situation, O'Donnell shared, "I felt like I was on a team of 5 women, but one kept tripping me on my way to score. I had bent over backward for Elisabeth, and then she attacked my patriotism on national TV." USA Today has reached out to representatives of The View and Elisabeth Hasselbeck for their responses to these claims. Rosie O'Donnell is on track to gain Irish citizenship amid political exile from the U.S. In a move that surprises some and stirs political discussions, Rosie O'Donnell revealed that she is in the final stages of becoming an Irish citizen. This step comes after she decided to leave the United States due to the increasingly tense political environment, particularly following the return of Donald Trump as president. Earlier this year, O'Donnell announced her relocation to Ireland, sharing that the atmosphere in the U.S. had become unbearable in the wake of Trump's 2024 election victory. In a candid interview with the Australian Daily Telegraph, she described her move as a self-imposed political exile. "I'm applying for Irish citizenship now, and I expect to be approved soon," O'Donnell said. "It helps that my grandparents were Irish, and honestly, knowing that Trump has threatened to strip my American citizenship makes having another one even more reassuring." The White House spokeswoman Abigail Jackson responded with a note of sarcasm, telling USA Today, "What great news for America." O'Donnell, a mother of 5, has been very outspoken about the former president's past threats to revoke her U.S. citizenship, despite the fact that she was born in New York and thus legally guaranteed citizenship by birthright under the 14th Amendment. On September 3rd, Trump went further by publicly stating on his social platform, Truth Social, that his administration was considering revoking Rosie's citizenship. He claimed she is not a great American and, in my opinion, incapable of being one. This ongoing political drama raises pressing questions about citizenship rights and freedom of expression. How much power should political leaders have over citizenship status? And what does this mean for other outspoken critics? The conversation is far from over, and the public's opinion is sure to be divided. What do you think? Was Rosie O'Donnell right to call out the production for staging her feud on The View? And is her bid for Irish citizenship a necessary move or a controversial political statement? Share your thoughts below.